Lionhearts, how are you today? Great. Well, today we're heading a little outside Memphis, about an hour. We're gonna go visit a museum to something connected to the biggest video I've ever made. It was Ike and Tina Turner's house. You can probably guess we are going to the Tina Turner Museum. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. So next stop, Brownsville, Tennessee. All right, that sign says Brownsville. Perfect. That's what we were looking for. Looks like probably our next exit. We found our first sign. Tina Turner exhibit at the Flag Grove School, Delta Heritage Center. This is where Anna Mae Bullock went to school. All right, who doesn't love a free museum and who doesn't love Tina Turner? Come on, one of the most electrifying performers in music history. Let's go see some of her personal belongings, see some more of the musical history of Brownsville here. And yes, it is free. Free, 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 and perfect for a photo op if you wanna get up there and pretend you're river deep. Then as we get to the front of the building, that was the side, you can see the welcome to the Delta Heritage Center sign, and then a handful of people that are remembered in here. Sleepy John Estes, Hammy Nixon, Yank Rochelle, Denise LaSalle, Big Maybell, and of course, we don't need another hero, but we do need Tina Turner. And I think this is the visitor center right here, and behind it is the actual schoolhouse that she attended school. And as I walk up, you can hear What's Love Got to Do with It playing. Celebrate the music, history, and beauty of Tennessee Delta. And then from the entryway, you can see there's the Flag Grove School. That's where she went to school. And then there's Sleepy John Estes' little shack. Here you can see they have a little bit of Tina memorabilia in here. So they kind of have it divided up a little bit. So we're gonna bypass the Hatchie Scenic River Museum section, which I'm sure is great, but we're gonna focus on the Tina and the music section. So here we have Nutbush. Of course, Tina used to sing about Nutbush. Now it says, born 1939, Anna Mae Bullock was raised in Nutbush. She moved to St. Louis at the age of 17, where she met rhythm and blues bandleader Ike Turner, king of the rhythm. The two teamed up in 1958 and were married in 1962. Tina stepped in at the last minute to record A Fool in Love with Ike, and the Ike and Tina Turner Review was on its way to the top. They recorded over 30 albums together. Their 1960s and 70s hits included I Idolize You, It's Gonna Work Out Fine, Poor Fool, Bold Soul Sister, River Deep, Mountain High, I Can't Get Together, and Nutbush City Limits. However, the couple separated in 1976, leaving Tina with 4 children and a mountain of debts. Though her earlier career had been restricted largely to black audiences and R&B stations, she began touring with the Rolling Stones in 1981, a group with whom she and Ike had toured in 1969. And by '84, she had released a new album titled Private Dancer. Its hit single, What's Love Got to Do with It, sold over 11 million copies and led to a series of tours with legends such as David Bowie, Eric Clapton, Elton John, and Rod Stewart. She produced a video in 1988, and in 1993 her autobiography, I, Tina, was turned into a film, What's Love Got to Do with It. I'm kind of surprised to see this. They have a whole section for the band Fuel. Huh. Would never have guessed that. Oh, this is cool. Look at that. Carl Perkins. Go Cat Go. Carl's book. And then Carl and Elvis signing autographs. And of course, that's Carl's shirt. You can't mistake a Carl Perkins shirt or a Carl Perkins fan. Believe it or not, his blue suede shoes sold more copies than Elvis. This is pretty cool. Here's a letter from Sam Phillips. Someone is saying that they think that Sam stole their song Blue Suede Shoes, and Sam's saying, I assure you that even though you may have titled your song Blue Suede Shoes, ours is a different song. This is saying that Carl Perkins' record was one of the first American records to be released as a rock and roll record in England. And here we have something on Carl's stationery. And this is all to country star Eddie Arnold, who is from Henderson. It's kind of cool. See a signed hat of his, autograph book. And this is Denise LaSalle's stage costume. This is cool. This is a little display talking about the history of the blues here in Sleepy John, and that's the same type of guitar he would have played, that Sears Silvertone. So this says this was a faux fur jacket with karate patches gifted to Elvis from Priscilla. That's kind of cool. Let's check out those patches and see what she put on there. And then right over here by this cardboard cutout of Elvis that just talked to me, we have a actual leather jacket from Elvis's collection on loan from Graceland. He's trying to talk to me again. Speak up if you got something to say, Elvis, please. It's worth it for me to hear it, please. Please, say something worth listening to right now. Give me some... I was hoping for words of wisdom, but I don't really understand. Then this whole case is all to Hank Williams Jr. Oh, this is a whole case to Petey Wheatstraw, which the only way I know his name is from the movie Crossroads. With Ralph Macchio and the, I think it's the Devil guys, mentioning famous blues players, and he goes, Petey Wheatstraw! Now this guitar says it's a 1932 Gibson guitar. It says this transitional guitar invented before the electric guitar, a louder guitar was needed to be heard with the louder bands of the day. It is two guitars in one. Inside the main guitar's body is the second guitar. Interesting. Now up here it says that this guitar was donated by Mr. John Sebastian. I wonder if that's Welcome Back Cotter John Sebastian. Now we're going to go out and take a look inside the actual Tina Turner section of this museum, which to me is just so cool. What a great idea. The very schoolhouse that she learned in, turned it into a museum dedicated to her. And then right next to it, we'll go over here, is home of legendary bluesman Sleepy John Estes. Shall we go on in? I think we shall. Built on 1 acre of land given by Benjamin Flagg in 1889, this one-room African-American schoolhouse began as a subscription school offering education for grades 1 through 8 till the mid-1960s. Moved from its original location near the small farming community of Nutbush in 2012, restored and opened as the Tina Turner Museum in 2014. All right, we are literally inside the schoolhouse that she learned in. Wow. It's not very big, but wow. So here we're gonna see a dress that she wore in her performance of Goldeneye. And boy, does she ever still look good. Some people just never seem to lose it. Sophia Loren's one of them, and Tina Turner. She can still perform, still sing, still looks great. And these platinum records are for her selling 600,000 copies of Private Dancer. Wowza, 1984. That was her big comeback. And this was for 50,000 copies of Break Every Rule. Here you can see here's another Bob Mackie for her 50th anniversary tour. She wore it in the performance of the Acid Queen. Of course we know what the Acid Queen was from. The Who's Tommy. That's really cool to see. Oh, and now there's a Tina Turner Broadway musical that you can go see. It was touring London while we were in London. Here's a little commemorative award for her accomplishment of selling 100,000 CDs of Break Every Rule. Then here we have some of her personal belongings. Here you can see a photo with her and some of her dancers / friends. And then you can see some of the itinerary pages from her calendar, and 2009. Her book. And this is made out to her. It says, "Dear Miss Tina Turner, I want to write and thank you most warmly for your great kindness and agreeing to take part of the Prince's Trust 10th birthday concert." And then it's signed Prince Charles from Kensington Palace, 1986. Kind of cool to see. Not something you see every day. Of course, her on film doing the Mad Max stuff. And then here we have her actual high school yearbook, and that's her right down here in the very bottom. Anne Bullock said she was going to be an entertainer. Boy, they nailed that one, didn't they? Tina still came from that universe of changing up your wardrobe for particular songs, and so the wardrobe here on the right is from that 50th anniversary tour. She would wear this for Steamy Windows, and then this little kind of maid's outfit is something that she wore in 1997 for Whatever You Want, whenever she would do that song. Looking good, Tina. Then here's an award presented to her for selling 250,000 units of Goldeneye, the James Bond Goldeneye. Now this is kind of cool. This is a model setup of Wembley for when she was going to do her tour. They were kind of showing how the stage was going to be laid out and all that. It's kind of a cool little model to check out. And apparently this is what she wore for Steamy Windows in her 50th anniversary tour. So we saw what she wore in the 97 and then what she switched it up to for the 50th anniversary in 2008. Dude, are you kidding me? Look at her. She looks amazing. And then here's her costume for what she would wear for Nutbush City Limits in her 50th anniversary tour. I bet she looked great in that, don't you? And then this is what she wore in 2008 and 2009, the 50th anniversary tour for Let's Stay Together. But what's interesting about that is that's more like what she would wear back in kind of the early days of the Ike and Tina Turner Revue. Isn't that great? Little flashback. Then this is a piece of art. It's an actual violin that a master Italian artist created with Tina's image all over it. Isn't that great? Simply the best. And then those amazing silvery overalls are what she would wear for her Grammy Awards performance in 2008 for Proud Mary with Beyonce. You guys remember that? If not, go look it up. Go watch the performance. I bet Tina not only holds her own, but teaches her a thing or two. And then this is her 50th anniversary tour costume for, of course, We Don't Need Another Hero. It's pretty much as similar to the costume that she wore in the movie as you can get. Really nailed it. Look at all that. In fact, I had to double check because at first I was like, wait, is that the one? Did she really donate it? Who knows? But no, it's from the tour. And there are some tickets and an advertisement for the Wembley show. Now we get to go into the actual school part of it. They kept some of it still a school so we can still feel like, or get the moment of feeling like where Tina would have been learning. This obviously would have been front of the room, and there's some maps, and then there's the chalkboard, of course, where all the learning would take place. And she could have sat in one of these. Who knows? Very well could have been exactly one of those. And that's how the room would have been heated. So yeah, once the students were working on their lessons over here in these seats, teacher would have went over here and sat down up here. I don't know about you, but this is a pretty cool experience. It's not, like I said, it's not a big room, but they packed in quite a bit of great memorabilia to check out for the space that they have while still keeping the feel of the original Schoolhouse. I don't see any signs that say do not touch, so nobody telling me, but I gotta touch this. Plus it looks like there's some pencil writing on there, so there's some history to it. Alright, let's go take a look at Sleepy John's house, which is of course right next door. Not a big place at all. Let's go on in. I can hear some of his music playing. I'm sure they've kind of recreated the feel of, wow, wow! You can see some of the original paint and everything and how it's chipping off, and there's a handmade cigar box guitar. I love that kind of stuff. The authentic country bluesman, Sleepy John. There's some ice cube trays. Old ice cube trays. And then this would have been his living quarters. Sorry I'm talking so much, but I don't want to get any copyright issues. Look at that. He would have written these blues songs inside this little place. Echoing off these walls. There he is standing on the porch. Oh yeah, that's great. Took the words right out of my mouth, Sleeping John. Okay, what do we have down here? Oh, that would have been a, yeah, exactly. Portable bathroom, let's call it. And then we got the back door, little table, and then his little cooking area over here, kind of where we walked in. Man, that stuff is just literally falling off the walls. That is history right there. There he is performing at the 1969 Ann Arbor Blues Festival. Sleepy John Estes. Just taking a look out of Sleepy John's window, you know. I know it's kind of crazy, but you know he would have had to have hit that little lever to pull the window open, so you know he touched that. How cool is that? And that most certainly looks like it could be original furniture. Definitely wouldn't surprise me at all. So it says on this map, you'll see all the places that Sleepy John performed throughout his lifetime. Even made it all the way over to Tokyo. Now check out this mural. As soon as you walk out of his house, you get this. Isn't that great? It says simply the best. Tina Turner. Now if you walk out of Sleepy John's house, down the steps, there would have been a little bathroom out here. There sits his broken down little bench. And here you can see the back of the schoolhouse over here. And then the back of his house, which has seen better days, absolutely. Earlier we were looking out at this window right here. Look how the back is just starting to fall apart. His back door. So you're probably wondering if I'm gonna go to Nutbush. I actually asked them inside, I said, is there anything left? Is her house or anything from Nutbush left? And they said nothing. They said there's an old general store that has a sign that said home of Tina Turner, but that's about all you're gonna see in Nutbush, and it's 15 miles away. So fortunately we won't get to go there today. I mean, not for this vlog today. All right, my friends, we're gonna call it a day. I hope you all enjoyed watching this vlog from Brownsville, Tennessee, checking out the actual childhood schoolhouse that Tina Turner attended as Anna Mae Bullock. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great night. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.